Okay. We have Os Ouroboros, which this, I believe, is the second last one of theirs. The last one will be this weekend. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, because it's like it's the second one of the new of series 4. 301 is the last one of Os Ouroboros. But the last one that we read from Os Ouroboros was 2954, which was the giant, the kaiju that constantly comes back when you kill it, and then somebody thinks it's because you're doing. Somebody thinks you are doing a film project with it. That's why it's sending the same kaiju back. It's like yeah, just use them as often as you need. Doesn't matter. That was the last one we have from Os Ouroboros, and now we got Folly of the Fruit Eater. Okay. Oh, it's like. Here we go. Oh, what an image. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. The growth containing SCP-2988 has been quarantined by Foundation personnel. Personnel will monitor SCP-2988 actions before, during, and after a test subject is introduced to it. Researchers should be wary of the 4-meter radius at which SCP-2988 responds to human interaction, as well as the 30-meter radius that limbs from SCP-2988 can travel. Researchers Site-45 and personnel stationed at SCP-2988 have been instructed to report new findings and discoveries about SCP-2988's origins, as well as information on POI Isaac. And we have a picture that says a group of limbs that detach themselves from SCP-2988 while in pursuit of the 9562. The 9562 was captured by the depicted limbs and subjected to the usual SCP-2988 course of procedures. That is. Creepy. Description. SCP-2988 is a tree located in a grove within North America and redacted. It bears resemblance to the quaking aspen, Populus tremoloides, albeit possessing black leaves, black and gray mottled bark, and a fruit not found on standard Populus tremoloides. This fruit is now labeled -1. SCP-2988 is 26 meters in height, with a crown length and width of 8 meters each. -1 have black skin, soft red-orange flesh, and are ovular in appearance. The juice of -1 possesses narcotic and anesthetic properties, inducing hallucinations, giddiness, and vomiting in subjects, followed by numbness and loss of motor skills. God damn. Several branches of SCP-2988 are affixed at the end with animal and human forelimbs, all of which appear to have been ripped off with extreme force. Said limbs do not show signs of decay, despite constant exposure to the elements. These forelimbs possess full dexterity and assist SCP-2988 in grasping, hitting, and restraining those that come near SCP-2988. When a human comes within 4 meters of SCP-2988, SCP-2988 will bend noticeably towards them at the trunk. Appendages on SCP-2988 near the subject then pick and offer -1 to them, gesturing in a manner indicative of SCP-2988 wanting the subject to eat the fruit. If -1 is consumed, SCP-2988 will wait until the subject is incapacitated by the fruit's effect before taking further action. If the fruit is refused, or if the subject tries to leave the vicinity of SCP-2988, SCP-2988 will attempt to force feed -1 to them, often restraining the subjects via forelimbs. If a subject attempts to flee, SCP-2988 has been observed smearing juice from -1 on the attached limbs and removing them. Okay. Limbs retain full autonomy while were separated from SCP-2988 using their digits for transportation in pursuit of the subject. Oh god. They can travel approximately 30 meters from SCP-2988 while in pursuit before showing signs of losing mobility. Okay. And I assume they're not that fast, right? Loss of speed, coordination, and collapse. Limbs have been observed dragging fatigued limbs back to SCP-2988. But how fast are they? How fast? Can I outrun them? If a subject is captured, SCP-2988 will grab them by the wrists and ankles and elevate them to the uppermost branches. If there are multiple subjects, they are spread evenly throughout the branches. During this time, juice from -1 is constantly dripping into the subject's mouth. Any person held captive is usually unable to resist at this point due to both the restraint and the drugged state. Approximately 3 minutes later, 4 limbs on SCP-2988 will cease drip feeding subjects. SCP-2988 as a whole will begin to shake increasingly, with its leaves beginning to produce the distinct rustling noises heard from normal quaking aspen trees. Limbs near the subject will then grab the length of one of their arms and pull back violently until the arm is removed. Ow. Limbs removed from the subject are passed around through the branches of SCP-2988 until a relatively empty area of space is found. A branch will insert itself in the exposed muscle of the limbs, possibly anchoring and binding itself to the bones. After approximately 40 seconds, the newly attached appendage shows signs of regained dexterity. SCP-2988 will then violently throw all subjects to the ground at its roots. Subjects are usually killed from the impact. Over the next 72 hours, the bodies will rapidly rot, presumably acting as fertilizer for SCP-2988 in the process. SCP-2988 grows several dozens -1 as the bodies decompose. Dead people fruits. During this time, SCP-2988 has also been observed to lob several -1 away from itself. It hypothesized that this may be an attempt by SCP-2988 to reproduce. Yeah, makes sense. And then 1. Despite being a fruit-bearing tree, attempts to cultivate -1 have so far proven unsuccessful. So scientists are to continue studying -1 samples to learn more about its properties. Recursive testing reveals that the seeds of -1 may in fact be infertile. Addendum 2. On SCP-2988 began displaying previously unseen activity. SCP-2988 removed 8 limbs of varying species without an intended target. The appendages proceed to travel in pairs to the 30-meter borderline and proceed to dig into the ground until a hole large enough to fit a single limb was made. One appendage then buried itself into the hole so that the hand and wrists were still above ground. The other limb then appeared to expire, ceasing all movement and rapidly decaying. Though aware of SCP-2988 was possibly trying to attempt, personnel were instructed to wait 96 hours before taking further actions. All buried limbs were removed from the ground after 96 hours had passed. Several minor to moderate injuries were inflicted on personnel. Most limbs resisted removal, attempting to grab, crush, and swat at the personnel attempting to remove them. Limbs were contained in individual study containers and continued to attempt escape. 12 hours after removal, all limbs expired and were deemed safe to study. Examination revealed early stages of plant roots growing from the base of each appendage. Each limb has been kept in the container for future research. As of, personnel are ordered to remove any planted limbs from SCP-2988 within 24 hours of burying. Addendum 3 forward. Several documents found within SCP-2746, located near Site 45A, have described a tree that bears several similarities to SCP-2988, as well as information on its assumed creator, Isaac. 2746, let's see which one that one is again. 2746. Okay, yeah. Well, the animal SCPs came from, like, the tunnel. Gotcha. For the sake of easier reading, the documents have been divided into subsections to signify the beginning and ends of noticeable events. Collaborative research is ongoing in both Site 45 and SCP-2988's containment site. For a list of possible information related to SCP-2988, please see file SCP-2988 full documentation. Access to these files can be obtained with a level 2 clearance and above. Okay, here we go. Addendum 3. Well, Addendum-3 Part A. Document 298 set 1 translated from original A12 recovered. Documents were found within a shrine in SCP 746 bundled together with twine. It appears they were hidden behind several bricks in a now crumbling portion of a wall. Traces of DNA similar to the spotted hyena, Kokuta, were found on the paper. It appears the text was scratched on with a claw/nail and black ink. The snow continues to fall, and the blood of my former and lasting friends fall along with it. It has now been days since the Maker's decree, days since the fighting began, days since I watched Adair torn apart by the starving, since Han was eaten by Modok who I thought as my brother, and days since Hadassah, in all her foolishness, sided with the Furies and was hammered to a cross. I saw her hanging, screaming as the snow burned her as she hung with her head pointing towards the ground. How her skin froze and fell off like paper, and I couldn't help her. I shouldn't have helped her. She was a heretic, and she should be deserved what was coming to her. Anyone who still has the sanity to see that Suiwat and Sari are in the right realizes this. So why? Why does everyone insist on joining the blasphemous, the heathens, the mad who think that the Maker can be overthrown? For the past 2 weeks, I have resorted to hiding in a shack, hidden by the ice, praying, hoping that some stray, hungry animal doesn't smell me out or dig me up. I'm so hungry, but while the Maker says eating will save my mind, I truly doubt what he says is true. Tearing apart my fellow colleagues won't preserve me in the slightest. Suiwat, sorry, find me, please. Save me from the insane that run out. Wait, save me from the insane that run outside. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Same, dude. Hunger got the best of me, and I tried to go outside today. I couldn't find any plants worth eating, and I didn't have the strength to try and craft something up. The snow began to tingle as soon as I stepped out. It was a mistake to try and leave. Weaver was outside. I think it was Weaver. His back was turned, but I know that the black coat and the way his tail twitched. He was eating someone. I couldn't tell who, but I whimpered and Weaver heard it. I ran so hard I couldn't see where I was going, with the snow in my face, the fear in my chest, and the sound of Weaver panting behind me. I couldn't run fast enough. Weaver managed to catch up to me. I felt his teeth clamp down on my foreleg, and I let out a scream as I felt it being torn halfway off. He crushed it. I felt the bones shatter like glass. It hurt so bad. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Wait, it hurt? It hurt. It hurts. Then Thrassia came in. I saw her tusks run Weaver through his gut. Heard him yelp, and I ran again as fast as I could. The snow covered everything. The only thing good about it is that it numbed my leg. Found a goat. Might have been Gwarth. Could have been Prashard. Doesn't matter. They were frozen. Eaten too. Neck and ribs were in splinters. It's not a crime/sin if I took a nibble, gnaw, chew? Question mark, right? Question mark signified translation up for interpretation, equivalent word choice for the translated text. There wasn't much left, and I buried them after. It's not like they could have healed from that. I was starving. I had to. Kept walking. Found a shrine, cold inside, but cold outside. I went in. Continuing off. Passed out. Don't know how long. There were sticks and leaves in the fire pit. Incense too. They tasted like shit. Question mark. Hungry. Maker, forgive me, please. I didn't bury them all. I used them off the bones for a brace. Took some more to chew on. Maker, forgive me, please. I. Text illegible and smeared. Damn toe. Next 2 pages are filled with the words forgive me, along with what are assumed to be several names of those the writer knew. Writing again. When did the bones lose their flavor? Did I get everything out of them already? I should have brought the whole body. Licked it. Hungry. Useless now. No, not doing it. No. Bottom half of the document appears to have been chewed on, though it does not appear any text was written at this point. How long was that instrument? 1, 2, question mark in the corner. I was looking up snow and found it buried. At a happier time I would have crafted something immediately. Doesn't do me any good now. I don't have base to work with. Could I craft something? Fire pit has parts, components, ingredients, question mark. But I need something more. Regardless, whatever I make, I need food. Finished. This word several hand-drawn symbols / runes that appear to serve some ritualistic spiritual purpose. The meaning of these symbols are being researched. Almost out of paper. That's 4 sheets, actually. Bit chomped, gnashed, question mark. The rest while crafting and stopped the bleeding. It hurt. Was worth it. It should have been able to support me anyway, the way it was going. And I used the sticks and incense in the craft as well. Made a little sprout, question mark, and makes fruit. I ate them all and nearly threw up. Oh, okay, so it made the fruit it made was like, yeah, okay. I never tasted anything better in my life. I just wish my leg wasn't stuck on top like that. It looks so out of place. Doesn't help that I know where the missing toe went. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Access original documents. Yeah, see this how it all. Yeah, I remember this. Part B. Document 2988 sets 2 translate from visual A12. Recovered. Documents were found with the documents in addendum part A, though bundled separately. It appears the writer used the blanks style of various notices to continue their journals. Said notices describe punishments of some sort that shall be inflicted on a religious group known as. Feeling so much better now that I can eat again finally, despite having only text that's been crossed out and is illegible. I was able to walk outside today. I want to keep writing. I want someone to know that what Scholar Isaac has done, assumed to be the name of the writer themselves. The tree is amazing. The food is delicious and makes you feel so much happier. I'm going out now, see if there are others who were hungry like I was. I'm going to make Seward and Sally proud. Didn't see anyone today. I picked the fruit off regardless, it grows fast. I guess I just have a bit more for myself today. The remaining portion of the page is covered in dried orange liquid, assumed to be the juice from -1. Delicious. I've been writing lately because of my searches. I came across 5 honorables in the past week. They were all hungry when I found them, way weak. I took them back to the shrine. Some of them took a bit more coaxing, but they're recovering now. And I think they trust me. It feels good to be a healer, doctor, medic, question mark, again. The next 4 pages are a log of times Isaac fed/cared for the honorables he found, along with notes on improvement in their health and recovery. Interesting. So for these creatures, for the animal kingdom, they can actually eat it without, you know, the whole like tree wanting to fucking separate them. Everyone's looking so much better now. The fool again, able to walk right. Seward and Sari will be proud. I can't believe it. I have been feeding heathens, the ones that were responsible for all this fight in the beginning. I talked to them about the fighting today and they said they were supporting the traitors to the Maker. I was so angry. I felt so betrayed by their words. I should have just let them tear each other apart out in the snow, but I let my compassion for helping others blind me. I don't have to look after them anymore though. I remained calm and went along with the talk. Afterwards, I gave them more food than normal. They were grateful and completely oblivious. Once they were sleeping from the fruit, it was just like Weaver. I was very precise. 1 bite per limb, clean. Start with Nashasha, then Joseph, then Karina. Saber was last. They'll never eat the others again. It felt strange, tasting, almost eating. I'm the living justice, aren't I? Heathens shouldn't be allowed to go free. I took the removed part to the tree, same spell, used once for each pair. The tree grew bigger, broke through the fire pit ring. Fruit is bigger too. I'm going to eat well tonight. The next 2 pages are splattered with -1 juices. The tree got the leftovers. This The tree got the leftovers. This was new. I didn't expect the tree to be able to move, but it scooped, held, grabbed, the meat and spread it around its roots. Part C. I'm not saving anyone anymore. Hunt down the heathens. The bones will be added to the tree. Everyone will know what happened to the blasphemous once the fighting ends. Only going to feed them myself. I won't eat the heathens, but I'll have whatever fruit comes off from them once the tree consumes them. It smells in the shrine. It smells like rotting, decay, decomposition? I spent more time outside than in. New fruit supply was great. 5 days since last journal/writing. Found 2 heathens. Played a weak role and they ran at me. I got used to moving on 3 legs. Made it back to the shrine and the tree was waiting for them. This was new. The tree attacked, fought, assaulted, ? It whipped its branches and held them down. My face was hit several times before I ran outside. It's been half an hour, still outside. Shut the door to muffle the sound. 4 more legs on the tree. It had them itself. I don't know if I have to use the spell now. Rest of the bodies all over the floor, all over. Maker, please forgive me for the smell inside. I didn't want to dirty your shrine like this, but this is judgment, right? Realize something. The food tastes different after each addition. Up to 31 limbs now, and I just noticed it. Also, the tree never attacked me directly, even when I watched. That's good. 3 honorable heathens today, 35. I pruned, clipped, removed, ? The wings of the tree. For some reason the fruits taste awful strange with birds. Down to 27. The tree is growing out of the windows now. Maker, forgive me for using your shrine this way. I dragged 2 honorables by the neck. They screamed all the way. Judgment silenced them. 45. Took care of fellow scholar Winnie. Almost couldn't get her and had to retreat. Right shoulder got torn up, but it will heal with time. As I ran back to the shrine, the tree threw a dozen or so legs at her and dragged her back. Yet another secret is revealed. I'm surprised at how far the tree has come. It's a bit frightening. Its judgment is sound. 51. God, dude, man, stop! I'm wanted. I can't believe it. Gareth was clutching, ? A paper with my name. I dragged the damn monkey back after he was drugged and bit more chewed his face. Let the tree do the rest. The paper says I've been kidnapping fellow citizens and eating them inside the shrine. I don't know who saw me. I should have been more careful. I should have looked around. Gareth can't be the only one looking for me. I have to go. I have to preserve these notes. I can come back for them later. So what I will see reason in what I did. They'll let me go. I can show them everything I've done. Everything I've dealt with. Last thing before I stash these, 63. I have to keep the tally. It keeps on going. Part D. A falling document was found in SCP 2746, a building that appeared to function as a filing record room. With solemnity and resolve, we execute Scholar Isaac punishment for his atrocities towards his fellow inhabitants. Before a great war, Isaac was known for his knowledge of medicine, being passionate and devoted to helping others. During battle days, he was known for being an invaluable contributor to the construction of the healing houses, which have sadly since been destroyed during these dark days. While in hiding from his fellow inhabitants, Isaac crafted a tree using his own flesh and bone with the intent that it would provide him food. Though Isaac briefly offered the tree food with good intentions, he ultimately used his craft for maiming other citizens and took their limbs and bodies to fuel and grow his abomination. For his crimes against the inhabitants of the following orders, along with relocation to the underplane, have been commissioned for Isaac's punishment. 1. Isaac's remaining forelimb is to be crushed beyond healing limits, then severed so he can never craft again. Oof. 2. Isaac's blood is to be injected with charcoal from the grand hearth, so the sins and corruption he ingested from the fruit of his tree are cleansed. 3. Isaac will be branded with the names of each citizen he caused to suffer. These brands, which is like what, 63? These brands, along with his severed limbs, will be transferred to his human shell upon permanent banishment from. 4. Isaac's tree has shown surprising resilience to destruction. In both crude and spellcasting terms, to combat the possibility of it spreading further, spells will be enacted to permanently render all of its seeds sterile. Ah, there we go. It shall then be magicked away to the unplotted lands in the underplane, where it will remain untouched for the centuries to come. And that's how it came to us. Cool. Cool. Oh man, Isaac, you've done it. You've done it now. You created a very messed up SCP and you killed people from your own kind. Just because they have different opinions, man. They think of other stuff, they are from the other side. Doesn't mean you have to kill them like that, dude. Or use them as a way to like fuel your tree. All right. Well, let's get to the last one, shall we? I'm hungry as well now. I do have fruits in the fridge as well. God damn.